All right. So please visit aactimetables.com and click on download. So download now. So after download, you will have to install it in your computer. And after installation, you will find these two icons, ASC timetables and ASC substitution. So I'll open ASC timetables application. So there are two things initially you have to set. First thing is you will have to key in your license code, which is provided to your school. Under input registration code, you'll have to click copy and paste your registration code. So registration code will consist of registration name and a random code. So registration name will be your school with your address. So you have to copy the entire data starting from legacy to 77. So once this is done, second thing is you have to check for new version on the internet. So currently I'm using the latest version. So the latest version is the 2022 edition. And under help info, you can find whether it's registered or not. So my license is with Legacy School as of now. So once this is done, so you can create your new timetable. Click on create new timetable. Enter the basic details of the school, such as the name of the school. So the total periods you are going to work for the entire day. So if you are working for say 9 periods, you can change it to 9. So are you sure you want to change the count of lessons from 7 to 9? Yes. And number of days. So the number of days you're going to work for the entire week. So if you're working on a Saturday also, you can click as 6. So we do have an option for multi-term and multi-week. So if your school is following a single timetable for the entire year or entire term, you can just keep one timetable alone. But if you want to have two timetables for 2 weeks, so you can enable this option and define weeks. So here you can set it to 2 weeks. So there'll be two different timetables for the 2 weeks. But then if you want to follow a single timetable for all the weeks, you can do so. So you can, as of now, skip this. So click on next. So this page is for student-based generation. So currently we are going to proceed only with class-wise generation. So we can skip this particular page. So here you will be keying in all the subjects respect to your school. So subjects, you just click on new. So you can key in all the subjects, mathematics, science. What curriculum you're following? Teachers?
Naresh, was that a question to us?
Oh, yes. What curriculum? CBSE or ICSE?
Kenneth, you're muted.
IGCSE, Cambridge.
IGCSE.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, man.
Also IBDP at the grade 11 and 12 level.
Okay. So
Naresh, do we have an option to upload the list if we have it on Excel here for the subjects?
yes, we do have. So once I'm just training you how to do it manually initially, and after that I'll proceed with the Excel. Okay. So this manual creation and updation will help you once you have uploaded your data, and say for example a teacher joins the school or leaves the school for minimal editing, for that this manual working is needed. So you cannot again take the dump from the Excel and put it to AC and generate. So that is why we are taking you through this manual process. So again, click on new. I can add, if you're having multiple sections, you can just add all the details. Teachers. So I have set of teachers. So I have added the subjects, classes, and teachers. So now I have to link each of them. So I'm linking through teachers. I click on teacher Chitra. So new lesson. So here is where the linking process takes place. So teacher with the subject and with the class. And this is whether it's an entire class or it's a joint class. Joint class we'll see shortly. Lessons per week. For the entire week, how many lessons or how many periods this teacher is going to teach this particular class. I click on OK. And of course, the single denotes whether it's a 1 period session or a single session. And double means whether it's a 2 period session or we can say a block period or 2 periods happening continuously. So as of now, we'll stick to single. And the highlighted row consisting of subject, teacher, class, count, and total, the length. Sorry, the row consisting of subject, teacher, class, count, and length. So this is defined as a lesson. Okay, so this will be helpful while creating the Excel. So I repeat, the row consisting of subject, teacher.
Naresh, we have lost you for some time now.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
I can hear you.
Are you able to view my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So, okay. I just clicked on new lesson. So here's the linking process. So I'm linking teacher with the subject, with the class, and this is for the entire class or for joint class. As of now, for the entire class, lessons per week is for the entire week, how many periods this teacher is going to teach this class. And single denotes whether it's a single period or a 1 period session. Double means 2 period session or block period. So 2 periods happening consecutively. So once this is done, click on OK. And the row consisting of, this is what I was mentioning, the row consisting of subject, teacher, class, count, and length. This is termed as a lesson. I repeat, the row consisting of teacher, subject, class, count, and length. This is defined as a lesson. So this
Sorry, what is the length?
length is, it's whether it's a single period or a double period.
Okay.
So we have seen, inside this particular box, we have seen.
Yeah.
Yes. So once this is done, you can test it. So whatever data you have entered, with which the timetables can be generated or not. If yes, it will be testing successful. If not, it will prompt a message stating that this particular class has more lessons. So it will prompt a message and we can rectify it and test it again. So once this is done, click OK. So I just click on start timetable generation. So with the given data, that we are able to generate the timetable. So you can see within few seconds, we are able to generate. And by default, our software will allocate 1 period each day. So I just click on print preview. So for class 6A.
Naresh, Kenneth has raised his hand. He has a question, I think.
Please, sir.
Sir, I just wanted to know what if this person over here who you already entered for is a part-time teacher, okay, and would not be coming in for the first 3 periods, would come post that. So is there anything where we can put in our restrictions?
Yes, we do have, sir. Once I'm transforming to the Excel import, I'll help you out with that. Okay.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. So, only the short name is available. So I right click on the screen. So I can print the full name of the subject, full name of the teacher. I can position the name of the teacher. So, so as of now, you're fine with the manual updation and edition, right? So I can just click on subjects here. I can remove a subject. I just click on remove. Yes, I want to remove. I can remove the subject. Or if I want to add a subject, I can click on new. I can add manually. And if I want to edit a lesson, so if instead of 5 periods, I have 4, I can make it to 4. And then I can generate the timetable. So far all okay. So now we are moving to the Excel import. So to import from Excel, the timetable data should be clean, which means there should not be any data. So after importing, you can add or delete any subject or teacher, any data you can delete. But once you are already having a data, so now we are having few teachers, few classes, you cannot do an import. So I just close this and I go to Excel. So this is the format to be followed. Teachers, class, subject, length, and total periods per week. So you can do it teacher wise also, or you can fill in with class wise. So if I'm going with teacher wise, I say so I believe you're going through this row. This is a lesson consisting of teachers, class, subject, length, and total periods week. Yes, teacher Sandhya.
Just a quick question. When you say length, it's the duration of a class, is it?
Correct. So today you have, say for example, this tells you that it's a 1 period session. So 1 period session will be of 40 minutes or 50 minutes, that we can mention it separately. But as far as this is concerned, it is a 1 period session. So
Should it be
total periods,
consistent?
pardon me?
Should the length or the duration be consistent? Suppose in a day you have 3 1-hour classes and 2 45 minutes classes. Is that allowed?
Here we'll have to follow uniform time.
You'll have to follow uniform timing.
Correct. Yes.
So the length of the period has to be uniform.
But then you're following it for the entire school, is it?
Your voice is breaking, Naresh.
Entire school, or you are having different?
No, we can't hear
with the
you.
current,
Can you hear me now?
yeah, Naresh, with the current scenario, we'll have to have a lot of constraints, right? We'll have to have multiple, it has to be staggered across to accommodate the population in the school. That's why the question, and that's why currently we would definitely have to have different timings and different stagger. It's not going to be consistent across from Montessori. If Montessori has a break at one particular time, the primary might have it at a different time, and the middle and the high will have it at a different time.
Okay, so I have a question for you, madam. So are the primary teachers
No,
Unable to hear you.
We can't hear you.
secondary also?
No, we can't hear you, Naresh.
Oh, you have
We can't hear you, Naresh.
Now are you able to hear me?
No, I think there's a internet lag.
Can you hear me now?
I think by the length of the class, he means the frequency. Like I haven't seen him yet, and mentioning the duration of or the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Length of the class is the duration of the class. Chitra.
Is it a single period or a double period is what I have
Correct, that's
understood what
correct.
he's
Yeah,
saying.
that's what even I
He's
also
only
understood.
meaning a single or a double. It doesn't matter what time your period starts is
Yeah.
what I've understood.
So I
That's
think
right.
The length of the period is the duration of a single period. Normally, that's the
No.
vocabulary
No,
that
no,
No.
no.
But
Here,
It is
he is
either one
talking-
period or a double period,
yeah.
whatever is the time.
He is talking about the frequency. How frequent is the class?
class,
The length.
not the frequency.
Not
It is
frequency. Either
not
one
frequency.
period class or two consecutive periods.
Oh,
Are,
okay.
are you
That's
able
what
to
he's
hear
meant.
me now, please?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Sorry, Naresh, I have a question for you because we are all confused about the length of the class. Do you mean to say the duration of a single period, or is it the entire double or single period? Like, could you please clarify once again for all of us?
Okay. So, Kenneth sir, can you just enable me as the host?
I'm going into the conference. Again, we cannot hear you.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Thank you. Can you view my screen? Okay. So, yes, madam, you were asking something about the length and duration. Can you please repeat it?
Yes, I was asking you, what do you mean by when you say length of a class? Because is it just the duration of one particular period, or is it like the length means, because sometimes you might have a double block or a single block. So well, if you can clarify what is understood by the term length of the period for all of us.
Okay. So, length is typically the duration of the class. So, duration might vary, whether it's 45 minutes or 30 minutes, that can
Okay.
vary. And if you're having two sessions, I mean, consecutive, so the length will be 2.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Okay. So, I'll just show you. So, this teacher's allocation is done. Okay. So, teacher Preeti, she handles, I'll just change this along. So hope this is fine, right? Teacher handles which class, which subject, length and total periods per week. See, you can mention this as something like this. So for this class alone, she handles 3 single period and 1 double period for 8C. You are getting? Yes. Similarly, you can continue for another teacher. Teacher Manju is famous in Bangalore. So the other teachers are having similar pattern. You can copy paste and complete your allocation. So similar to this, you can continue with all the teachers' data. And I have just left a space in between, so you can ignore this. Doesn't matter. It's just to differentiate between two teachers. I have given a space. So this is preparing your Excel class-wise, sorry, teacher-wise. And if you want to do it by class-wise, also you can do. So initially, I'll just copy and show you how you can import. So you just copy the data alone. You see all the teachers, the lesson data alone, you just copy. So create a new timetable. So I give a test. So need not enter any data. So or you can see there are no data available. So please do not manually enter. So to import, you just have a fair option called import. Just click on import. So whatever data you have copied will be available in the clipboard. So it will prompt you, please choose what do you want to import. So when I click on this drop down, it tells teachers, classes, classrooms, subjects. So I'm not going to import teachers data alone or class data alone. I'm going to import a lesson. So I click on lessons. So I repeat again, please choose what do you want to import. I'm going to import a lesson. A lesson will consist of teacher, class, subject, length, and total periods per week. So these are teachers. So I'm just highlight, you can see a rectangular free space here. So when I click on it, you can define what these are. So in this rectangular space, you see, when I click, it will tell you, so you have to define these are teachers, these are class, these are subject, these are length, and these are total periods per week. So once this is done, click on import, and twice you need to click on OK. So I clicked on import and twice OK. OK. So the data is available. You just directly I can generate. And I can see the print preview. So this is for class. And if I want to see for teacher wise, I click on select your report. So under select your report, timetable for each teacher. So this is for teacher Preeti. And if I want to see for teacher Manjula, I can see here. So instantly the software is generated for classes and teachers as well. So any queries on this import, or if you want to repeat, I can do so. Yes, sir. Please tell.
So if we went back to the we go back to the individual teacher timetable and
Okay.
look at the this particular teacher Manjula's timetable. Okay, you would see that her Fridays are completely packed. Correct? It's one class after another. So is there any way of shifting it?
No, this one, the last lesson you're telling. Okay. So initially, we are restricting it to few teachers now. So that's why this kind of irregular patterns are happening.
Okay.
But then once you have keyed in
No,
all the teachers.
but Kenneth, I think it's the last period. It's a Monday last period, Tuesday last period, Wednesday last period. It's not this. It's not a day the whole day. It will come. I mean, if it's a computer
No.
generated, it will automatically sometimes happen that it comes like that.
Based
Ma'am,
on
but I just wanted to know whether if you can put it across, like you just say that it doesn't become too heavy.
Yeah, that should be possible as a constraint, Naresh, isn't it? That a teacher should not have more than so many number of classes per day.
Yeah. That is there. So initially, I'm just showing you the import first. We are not moving to constraints as of now. So I'm just awaiting to show you the constraints later. So now we are sticking to import from Excel. So I'll help you out, sir. I have your questions for part-time teachers also. Just give me a moment. So this is the initial data import. So once this data is fetched from the Excel, after that everything you have to do from the software only. So as far as Excel import, you're fine. Yes. Okay.
And Naresh, this is provided
So
across.
this is teacher across.
Naresh, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, now can hear
Okay,
you.
so Naresh, this is provided across the sections. You have the same timing and the same breaks,
Correct, correct.
correct? Otherwise,
No, you'll have to follow uniform timing. Say for example, I'll just show you.
We
Because
also
in-
have some, sorry, we also have some teachers who teach various different sections, and there are
I'm coming
different
to that point.
timings. There are different
Hmm.
timings for those teachers.
Yeah, that's I have raised a question before to one teacher, whether primary is teaching secondary.
Yes,
Primary
we have
teachers are
teachers who are
also
teaching primary and
Yeah.
middle school and high school. So we'll have teachers across different sections.
Mm-hmm. So if
And the
you
timings
have,
and the breaks could be different. Not could be different, will be different.
okay. So we suggest you to follow. May I know the timings, please? Duration. for
So
primary
currently,
and-
Naresh, as I said, because we have just moved to a hybrid model,
Okay.
normally we do have a same, at least the duration of the class is same. If it's a
Mhm.
45-minute, we have a 45-minute, say 8 periods across the school, but in different timings. Mostly the middle and the high have the same timing. We try and keep it same, but with the crowd that we have now, we may not be able to have the same break timing, etc. The
Okay.
same is the case with the primary also.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So right now we've got a staggered snack break for all the 3 sections, that's primary, middle and high. We've got
Okay.
staggered lunch time for primary, middle and high.
Okay. Okay. So there is a default break. You know, you have a straightforward option called add break. So if I can click on that, I'll show you initially this one. We'll also see another scenario. So I have added a short break and lunch break. So this has a length of 45 minutes or so. So in the print preview, this is how it will be. Okay. While adding a general break, but if you're following like different breaks, you can add a subject called break, and you can yes, just give me. I need to enter into the constraints only. I can explain better. I'll come to you, madam. So as of now, importing, I'll just finish it, and I'll come to your question. Okay. I have to answer 3 questions now. So this is the teacher import. So you can also do a class-wise import. So you have class 9B. I enter all the subjects with respect to the class. So this is, this is creation of your class-wise timetable. So you can create, you can key in all the details of the class alone. You can enter the class detail and the relevant subjects and the relevant teachers. So this is class-wise representation. And apart from this, we have joint class. If 2 or 3 classes are joined, or 1 or 2 classes are joined together, you just separate it with a comma. 9A and 9B are joined together, you just separate it with the comma. And 2 teachers handling the subject, or a single teacher handling the subject. So if you're following like so this is in which 2 classes are joined together. So if you're following like Kannada and Hindi, 2 subjects happening in 2 different classes. You separate it with a hyphen or a slash. Are you able to get this? 2 teachers are in joined together. So 2 teachers will be handling 2 subjects for 2 classes, or even for 3 classes. If it is 3 classes, you can put as 8C, which means that you should separate with the comma for joint class, separate the comma for joint teachers. So at the point of time to, at that particular period, the 2 teachers will be involved at the same time. This is what it represents. So I can copy and paste this. So this is completely data input alone. So there is no role to play for the constraints. So now to begin with the constraints, initially we'll move with time off. So time off can be done for subjects, classes, and teachers. So initially I'm keeping subject. So what happens is, considering a subject called PT or any subject for that matter, and if say I'm taking PT as an example. So if PT happens only in the second half of the day, so probably you want to focus, main subjects in the first half of the day. So if in mathematics, science, you want to focus only in the first half, and PT after lunch or your second half of the day. So in that case, you just add the subject and click on the subject. I have selected this particular subject, and there's something called time off here. Time off. So when I click on 1 twice, it will become X, which means that the software will not allocate for the subject these 4 periods. So I'm adding some lessons to it. Okay, I'll initially I'll have to add 1 teacher. So I've added the time off for the particular class, and I've allotted subjects, lessons. So I see the print preview. So I can see the print preview for the subject alone. So you see the subject of only 5, 6, 7, the periods have been allocated. So this is time off for a subject, which means that the subject, when we are giving time off, it will be applicable only for 5, 6, 7 periods alone. So rest of the periods it will be blocked. The timetable will not generate any, it will not allocate any card into that particular slots. So it will allocate only for 5, 6, 7. And you should keep in mind that so 3 periods per day by 15 by 5. So total periods you can allocate only 15. It cannot be beyond that. Okay. For this particular subject. And if there are multiple teachers, then it is fine. For single teacher, this will be 15. And then timing of for a class. So on what situation this happens is you have primary and secondary. So primary has only 5 periods and secondary has 7 periods. In that scenario, this time off will be applicable for classes. So I have class 5th standard. So I click on time off. So they have only 5 periods. So software will not allocate the lessons for these particular periods 6 and 7. So even you can see here it is marked as X. Yes. And similarly teachers, like Kenneth sir has asked, a teacher comes only on first half of the day or second half of the day, or a teacher comes only on Monday, Wednesday and Friday. So when I click on Monday twice, it will become X. So this teacher can handle maximum of 21. Of course, with lax constraint. So I click on print preview. I go to teacher timetable. So you see for teacher Manjula, Tuesday and Thursday, software is not allocated the classes. So if the teacher is coming only on first half of the day, you can also block 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever the periods are, and you can generate the timetable. Yes. Other queries, please.
So Naresh, you're saying that situations like where, we have 8 periods for say primary, middle school and high school, but
Okay.
the break timings are different.
Okay.
It is the same 8 o'clock to 3 o'clock.
Okay.
But the break timings are different. So the period timings will be slightly off by say 10-15 minutes. Now, how do we address that scenario? Because that's typically what is the situation in our school. The breaks are staggered. So how do we address that?
Okay.
Make that question a little more clearer. We have teachers overlap from primary and middle and high. We do have teacher overlaps. That's why this particular question comes in timetabling.
So one logic I'm thinking of, I'm not sure whether it will work, Naresh, just correct me if I'm wrong. If we create all the breaks irrespective of which school it is, and can we create the break also with a time off saying that this grade, this period is not applicable to them, or this break is not applicable to them?
Yeah, we can do that, madam. But I'm just thinking about the duration.
Yes, so it won't be that long, Preeti. If it's a 1 hour period, your break will not be 1 hour.
No, maybe after the session, you share me your timings completely. So for your all the classes, or for primary, secondary, however you're following, we can look into it, and we can provide you solutions for that.
Yeah, sure.
Because
Loretta, can you do that after the call?
Sure, I will do that. I will.
Yeah, you connect with Naresh and just
Yes.
see what we can do about this.
Because we need to work on that. So if in case we can also create a subject called lunch or break, and you can block it for primary, secondary, either ways. But then I am just seeing your timings. Based on that, I can tell you how we can manage it. Okay. Yes. So any other special constraints you have with respect to your school?
Yeah. Okay, so Naresh, I'm so sorry I joined late. I had a class to attend.
Okay.
I'm talking about high school right now.
Okay.
In high school, we do have multiple combinations, and the combinations differ in different grades. To give you a context, bio and economics is together in grade 9, but bio and math is together in grade 11, and bio and art is together in IB year 1.
Okay.
So there is multiple combinations like that. And the space allocation, I'm assuming that Sudha would have told you about space allocation for high school, which Nidhi was looking forward from the timetable end. So these are the three things which we have to run parallelly. The number of students, the number of the space where the students will be seated, and the teacher allocation. So will ASC be able to support us with all the three things?
Yes, yes, madam. So initially you're talking about the 9th standard economics and biology, right? So also 11th some economy and the other subject. What is that, madam?
Yeah, so keep bio common and put three different subjects along with it. I'm just giving you a hypothetical situation.
No, okay, okay.
Yes,
So,
I think what
so
we
what
can do
I
is, sorry, what we can do is we can do it grade wise. And as he just mentioned it, saying that if there are a combination of classes and combination of teachers, you will have to put the teacher's name, comma, the next teacher's name, or likewise the subject,
so,
biology, comma, chemistry, or biology, comma, economics.
Okay,
Correct?
and the space allocation together we will
Space
get.
allocation, he needs to let us know because that was not discussed
space
just now.
space allocation. What do you mean by that, madam? Can you just explain? Because sorry, I just want to know from your side.
What they're meaning is the classes,
Uh-huh.
which class they will be allocated to them.
Classroom inside.
Classroom.
Okay, so initially, okay, so you want to say that you have 6th standard A and B section. So economics and biology are happening. So where this teacher goes, is that the question?
No, I think what we are trying to say is sometimes the students need to move to different classrooms. Like for example, if it is art or if it is a language class, they need to move to another space, another classroom. So can ASC help us with that to the
Yes,
space
yes.
allocation?
Correct. Oh, that's classroom allocation in other words. Okay, so you can add a new classroom or separate classroom by default, because we are following the class timetable and classroom timetable are the similar ones. Okay, so if at all you have a separate classroom, you can add the classroom name and you can link that with the subject lesson allocation.
Can you just show us a show demo?
Yeah, sure. So initially I'm adding a subject. This is the simplest method, madam, okay, of divisions. Simplest method is economics. So I separated with hyphen or a slash with biology. So this is a subject, and class I add say 9A and 9B. Okay, and then teacher. Okay, eco teacher. So I go to economics, new lesson. Now this you can do it in the Excel itself. Just showing you more teachers. I add the 2 teachers, and class I'll add a joint class. Joint class wherein 2 classes are joined together. The students are combined together. So lessons I say 5 or 3. So I show you for class 9A. So you see for 9A and 9B, the economics biology will be happening at the same time, and similarly for the teachers. Both the teachers will be involved. So by eco teacher and bio teacher, they will be involved, and the classrooms will be these two classrooms, 9A and 9B. Have I answered your question, madam?
So Naresh, can you show how will a space timetable look?
Okay, then that you go to this classroom. Okay. Space will be similar to the class, madam. Similar to the class, whatever the class timetable is for class 9A.
No.
Hmm.
Naresh, one constraint which we are talking about here is we want to move between classes. So it may not be a specific class. I mean, probably for a like a biology, there is a lab to go to, right?
Yes,
But
yes,
the
yes.
economics could be either here or one class of economics may have 24 students, but another class of economics may have only 14 students. How can we utilize the optimal space which we have and optimally place students according to the number of students in a class? Is there a way to do that as well?
Yes, yes. So we can add a classroom. You're talking about a separate classroom or same classroom?
Naresh, to
classroom.
give you more clarity, the software which we worked before had something called room allocation, room 1, 2, 3, and 4. So
Okay.
in high school, I have 16 room spaces. So my grade 9 will move between room 1 and room 15 because the room 15 is allocated for economics only. So when there is an economics class, they will move to that specific area.
Okay.
So the timetable constraint have to manage that room number 15 should be free when economics class is going on. And at that point in time, room number 15 shouldn't have another economics class. So I have 3 economics teachers. So the 3 economics teachers should be free at that point in time.
Okay, I get it. So we'll be adding a classroom then. So if you're having dedicated classrooms for that is a home classroom, so you just ignore it. So you can have no other extra classrooms. But then if something like this scenario happens, wherein you have a dedicated classroom for certain subjects. So I add a economics room. So here you can, key in maximum how many students it can accommodate. Okay.
Sorry, Naresh, I'll just interrupt you here. So where are we defining maximum number of students for any class? We are not defining that, right? I mean, in a general timetable, other than this constraint, we don't need to put it in for any space, or is it a general parameter that we have to put?
No, actually, basically student has no role to play. No, because madam told that student has some 60 students in one class and 15 students.
Yes. So it will be there for some of the classes. Yeah, for some of the classes, there will be a restraint on the numbers on what on space allocation, but may not be always. So it is only a choice that we have whether we want to put the constraint or not.
Okay, then you just ignore it, madam. So as of now, economics it can have 35 periods. The software will allocate the periods at random. So there will be no students to play. It is understood that there are 15 students or 20 students. So we need not bring the students into account.
Sorry, what I meant to ask is maybe I'm not very clear. What I'm trying to say is, suppose you're talking about economics room, for example, there is one particular space that we are defining. So for each, like this, suppose we have multiple spaces. For each of the space, can we define the maximum number of students for each of the spaces? What I'm trying to ask you. I'm not sure whether I'm sort of, putting my thoughts to words properly. So for each space, can I give a constraint? Like Room A, I can have a 24. Room B, I can have only 10. Room C, I can have maximum 20. Is that possible for us to have a defined, parameter for each of the learning spaces?
Yeah, actually, when we are considering it for student-based generation, madam, because here we are doing only for class-based generation.
Exactly. Space-based. Yeah, this is a space-based generation. Correct. You're right.
So if you're doing it for student-based generation, then you can specify how many students can be in the room. But in this case, we are considered only about how many periods is going to happen at that particular day or that particular week.
Okay.
That's it. So you need not worry about that. The software will take care. I'll just show you a scenario, madam. Please give me a moment.
Yeah.
So as of now, considering this economy and biology for economy and biology for class 9A and 9B. Okay. So this is going to happen 5 periods a week. And the classrooms, I already defined economics classroom. So other available classroom and click on economics. So, and also the entire students will be moving, is it? Entire economics students will moving to economics room. And how about biology?
They may be in the class itself, or they may move to the lab. So that depends on the timetable again.
Okay, so they have 2 classrooms available. 9A and 9B classrooms are available, right? Okay. So if you want to utilize it, you can utilize the home classroom, or if you want to also utilize the other classroom, you can do so. So 3 classrooms are available at the moment. You're getting? So 3 classrooms. Okay. Economics teacher, bio teacher I've added, and classes I'm adding 9A. Okay. I'll add the home classroom also. So you can see for economics room, this is the allocation. And also if I go to the home classroom, 9A. So for 9A is this allocation, 9B is. You can see the classes are split between economics, 9A home classroom and 9B home classroom. So for this particular allocation of 5 periods, there are 3 classrooms involved. You're able to view, madam?
Yeah, I mean, I think once we actually practically do it is when I think maybe we will come up with more questions.
Yeah, sure. No, actually, this is what you required, is it?
Yeah, sort of. So
Yes.
there could be, I mean, multiple combinations. It's just that there could be different scenarios. I mean, as we do, we will come up with maybe more options.
Yes.
Mm.
So this is how you can utilize the classrooms. So you will have to add separate classroom name. So because your school is having different
Sorry,
class-
Naresh. So you remember in the first screen that you showed, which is the basic data that we need to keep ready in terms of a lesson, correct?
Correct.
The teacher name, the class name, and all. So where is it that we define the spaces? So those are that is something, or say room numbers or classroom name or something. That is where we need to put in the data also, correct?
Here, classroom. Yes. So these are subjects, classes, and teachers. But
Okay.
usually, unless and until specifically you have a room.
Correct.
On which, so then only you
we
enter.
do. We do.
So, yes, then only we will have to use this classroom.
Okay, so here, what is what are the parameters that we need to give in terms of Excel? If you are going to import, what are the parameters that we need to import here?
You just click on import. You can see the parameter over here for lessons. So if it is the home classroom, you mention it as home classroom, but for this particular thing, you will have to mention classroom, madam. It happens in which classroom? Okay. So you mention a separate, so it will be something like teacher, bio teacher. So you add one more column for classroom and you mention it as economics room. Or if the room has a number, you mention it as 412, whatever it is. Okay.
Okay.
And if it is without a classroom, you just leave it blank. So here you will mention it as 9A / 9B. So subject will be economics. You're getting this?
Okay. So for each space, we'll have to define which are the teachers who are coming in, which grades will be using it, and for what subject.
Correct.
Of course, and frequency.
Correct. I initially mentioned a lesson. Lesson will consist of
Correct.
subject.
Correct.
That's what you have to follow. Okay. Similarly, if you are following different, if you're following for different, classes, 11th standard, there's a different set of grouping. You can do so under the similar. This is simplest method, madam. But if you want to go with the complex method, I suggest you to go with the simplest method initially, but I will also train you on the complex method. So for complex method, you will have to add the subject first. Economics, biology. Then you have to divide the class into 2 sections. So I click on the class, click on divisions, add a division. So I add a division called eco bio. So I'm dividing the class, one set of class into 2 sections. So I copied for the other class as well, 9B. So 9A and 9B are divided into 2 groups or 2 divisions with biology and eco. So now I'll go to this economics, new lesson. Teachers, this is economic teacher. This is a joint class. 9A, 9B. Just a moment. But not the entire class. It's only the eco group. You're getting? I have added the economics teacher with the economics subject, but 9A and 9B with the groups, economics. And I have clicked on, so other available rooms, I can also mention economics room. So economics is done. Similarly, biology, I add the biology teacher. So it's a joint class.
Rashmi, this is what will suit our requirement, right?
Yes, Sudha. This is something which will work for us. But So, Sudha, I'm jumping into my kind of last question because I have another class to attend now. Naresh, just to bring a understanding for all those who are sitting here, how is going to be the process? What should I share with you when you are helping us with creating the timetable? And what is the support you will provide us to have the first set of draft timetable for Legacy School?
Madam, actually, you will have to create your timetable, madam, your coordinators. You'll be, generating your timetable. So we'll be assisting you with any queries, and if needed, we can have a Zoom call or something, any discussion also. Okay.
Uh,
We suggest you to prepare your Excel data first, and you can forward me your Excel data. I'll go through it and I'll get back to you. And as discussed, we had a conversation over timings. So once the session is over, you can share your timings over
So you
email.
will, if my understanding is right, you will share a template with the timetable committee. We will have to put in all the details and data into that. Then you will assist us with the creation of the first set of timetable.
Yes. So your teachers will be generating the timetable. So if you have any issues, we will be supporting you.
So
Okay.
Rashmi, unlike the previous software that we had, this is at our access and we just download the app and we upload the details. That's all.
Correct. It
Oh.
is a multi-user license. So any number of teachers can download it and you can use it. Only thing
Okay.
is, it is something like an Excel file, madam. So once I am having access to this file, unless and until I share this file, you can have the access. So simultaneously, all cannot work. Okay.
Simultaneously, all cannot work.
Correct. Or if you want to work, you connect with the Zoom call and you can work on a single timetable file. So it's something like a Microsoft Word or Excel file, madam. It is in my computer. I'm working on file. I have saved it. So if you want to view it, you'll have to download it, send it to your email or copy it in pen drive, and you will have to use it.
Okay. So assuming that the final timetable is done, how will I
Okay.
share it with my teachers?
You can share it via PDF or through Excel. You can convert it to PDF or through Excel.
So
and you
it
can
is
share
like
it.
I download one by one and then share it with them as PDF.
You can download the entire file of classes or entire file of teachers.
Okay.
Or let me finish, madam. Or second thing is using the online edition. We do have an exclusive app on Apple Store and Android Play Store. So all the teachers can download the EduPage app, and each teacher will be given individual login. Okay, and they can log in. So once the timetable is generated, so you can upload it online and make it visible for the teachers alone, and they can view it in the timetable. They own timetable alone, they can view, and the principal, the head of the departments can view the entire teachers timetable. So we can give access to each, and you'll have one administrator login to control your timetables, wherein they only can generate or delete or add. So the teachers cannot do any modifications.
Okay.
Yes.
Is there an option of substitution in the software?
Yes, we do have substitution. Once you can, once the timetable session is over, we'll move to substitution shortly. And substitution also is going to be completely online. So once you're doing substitution online, and you can do the publishing, and the teacher is going to be substituted will receive message in the notification they will receive stating that they are going to be replaced on say for Monday 5th period, this particular class. They'll get notification.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. That's from my end.
Welcome.
So Naresh, I understand you will be our point of contact for any queries or any clarifications that we will need or assistance that we will need, right?
Yes, madam. Yes.
Correct. So now, from whatever I've understood, the first step for us to collate the data on the Excel sheet, like what is required to be uploaded, right?
Yes, madam. I will share you the proper Excel template for
Please.
general, updation, and also for grouping. I'll have to finish the, division now. I'll finish this. So once I'll share you the grouping template also. Okay. Okay. So we have added for economics and biology separately. Classes have been added, and now I'll be using a relation. So relation should be used only if it is very, very necessary. As I told you, the situation will be very complex. But then if it is needed, you can use it. Click on relation. add relation. So I select the subjects economics and biology. So which are the classes? I can select it. So I select this particular option. These subjects for the groups of listed class must start at the same time. Okay. So yes. So now I generate the timetable. So you see here, I'll show you in the print preview, that will be better. So you can see the sixth period on Thursday. That's the difference between a normal simple method and the complex method. Simple method, it will be something like this. Complex method, you're dividing a class into two sections. So that particular period will be divided into two divisions. So one will go for economy and one for biology. And in fact, you can mention which classroom you want to use specifically. I have not here. I have clearly mentioned which classroom. So you can use home classroom of class 9A, home classroom of class 9B, and classroom economics. And if there is a biology classroom, you can also add that biology class. If not, you can skip it. So in the print preview, I go for classrooms. So I have economics. So actually, this is only we have added one period. So it's class 9B. Yes. Okay. So you can mention it here itself, madam. Any queries?
No, it looks good, Naresh. Let us work on it, because only then I think we will come up with a lot of questions.
Yes, yes, ma'am. You are right.
Naresh, one question I have is, if like what we were talking about, a length of period, right? A subject can have, if it's happening 5 times a week, it could have four single periods and two double. Where do you assign that? This particular subjects, like sometimes for labs, especially in sciences, you will need one double period to be able to complete an experiment which you are planning to have. So where do you assign that this particular subject will
Correct.
have 3 single and two double, or one double, whichever way the thing would be? How would you assign that?
Yeah, I for this teacher's computer you can. Okay.
We are not able to hear you, Naresh.
For 8C, there will be one double period. So you see the length is 2 here. Length is 2. Able to hear me now?
Yes, now we can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Are you able to hear me now, please?
Yes, yes,
Yes,
we can hear
yes,
you.
yes.
For class 8C. So we have changed the name of the subject group and one double. So this is how you create. Okay. And I'll just import and show you also. So you see computer practical, it will tell you it's a double period. And when I generate it, so 2 periods will be blocked. That is for class 8C here. So on 3 days of the week, there will be one single period, and on another day, it will be a double period. Yes, madam.
I think we've lost him. I lost internet.
Madam, I can. Oh. Are you able to hear me? Can you hear me, madam?
Yes, we can hear you, Naresh.
Yeah, are you able to view my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So that's how, madam. What I was telling is there will be 3 single periods and one double period. So this is how you can create it. So other than that, any other constraints you have?
Loretta, you will have the maximum number of, I think, questions. One she'll be
Once
so
I start working on
working on it, yeah.
Sudha, then I think I'll have a lot of
Yes,
questions.
yes, correct.
But
Kenneth
if,
is another person, yeah. Kenneth and
Anita.
Sandhya, these people will have a lot of questions.
So yeah. So initially you're asking about consecutive lessons. The teacher cannot have more than 4 consecutive periods. Yes. So we have a universal setting for that. So under school, we have parameters. So here we have check exhaustion. So in the check exhaustion, you just mention it as 4. Click OK. So now I'll generate it. Okay. I'll generate in the other timetable 3. Okay. $20. 7 4s are 28. So in parameters, check exhaustion, I'm making it as 4. I generate it. So I click on print preview. I go to teacher. So you see teacher will not have more than 4 periods consecutively. So even we can make it to 2. I'll try to limit it. So based on your requirements. So this is a universal setting.
I just have a question.
Yes, madam.
So you've showed us 2 ways of doing this. Either we do it subject wise or we do it teacher wise, right?
Which one, madam? You're telling the division.
Importing the data. You've shown us.
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay,
madam.
so now I wanted to ask you, is it possible for us to do, like, for few teachers, if we could do it subject wise, because they need, it's based on the room allocation. But for few teachers, is it still possible to do it according to the teacher? Like,
Okay.
or does it have to be constant throughout the school?
Yes, madam. Yes, yes. So you see, you have 2 teachers.
Yeah.
Not necessary, madam. You can follow the same pattern. Only thing is that you see in the same Excel file only I have created the teacher.
Yeah.
This is the teacher-wise timetable allocation. This is class-wise. You can do the same thing, madam. You have to mention the data alone in the respective fields, respective columns, and the columns can be of any order. Class can be in the first column. Teachers can be in the last column. Doesn't matter. It matters that the data is available. So you see, I have copied the teachers as well as the class data. Only while importing, you have to import as a new file. You have to create and import.
Okay.
I'll just show you. So the teacher wise allocation also is done. You see the class 9B, class
Yeah.
wise also it is done. Okay. So can we move to the substitution module?
I think for now we can move to substitution. If there's any doubts, maybe I will give you a call and check with you.
Okay, okay. So once you're done with the timetable file, you can click on AAC substitution. So substitution is entirely a different module. So timetable is a module to generate the timetable file alone. So it says that AAC timetable is soon going to be online. So you will not have the desktop edition anymore. So to begin with, you'll have to click on settings, timetables. You'll have to upload your timetables first. Whatever timetable file you have created, you will have to upload. So once you save your timetable file, it will be saved as .roz format. Okay, the timetable will be saved in a format called ROZ. So I save it. So your file will be something like this, legacy.roz. So similarly, when you're adding a timetable, it's just a normal upload. You can upload it. And once it is uploaded, so if I want to mark attendance and a substitution for a particular day, so tomorrow is Friday, click on absent, add absent. So which teacher is absent? So say for example, giving some teacher, clicking on OK. So this teacher has 4 periods to handle. So first period, fourth period, fifth period, and sixth period. So there are 2 ways of doing it, either manual or automatic generation. So automatic generation, what happens is the software will automatically see which teachers are free and it will generate. So while doing manual allocation, click on the particular row. So this is the first period. When I click on it, on the right side of the screen, you can find the first period is highlighted with yellow, which means that these teachers are free in the first period. The teachers who are highlighted with yellow are the free teachers. So you can, if teacher Darwin, the green is just highlighting the particular row. Pink denotes the teacher is already having a class, and white denotes that the teacher is free. I repeat, pink denotes that the teacher is already having a class at that particular period. White denotes they are free, and green is just highlighting the particular row, and yellow tells you that these teachers are, it is highlighting the first row on which it's going to be substituted, and the free teachers it is highlighting in as a first period. Yes, madam.
Naresh, now some of the teachers or the departments would also have meeting time scheduled at certain times, right? So there will be certain teacher who has a part of a department and the department meeting is scheduled at a particular time during the school hours. Okay. Now, if that department meeting is there, if it's a collaborative meeting, probably, for example, because the meeting times usually we have so that is not too much of a challenge. But if a collaborative meeting is planned at a certain day, how would you involve that into the calendar? Say that Darwin and another science teacher is not available at that particular period. Can that be included in the timetable in some way?
So it is. So what I understand is fine. Is it a regular meeting, madam, or unplanned?
We would like to, at some point of time, we will be required to schedule regular meetings between, say, a science, math, and English teacher on weekly basis or once in 2 weeks, whichever way it comes, or for them to meet together to do a collaborative planning, for example. So how does that work in the timetable? So the teacher is during free, they don't have a class, but we also want to block that particular time for them to be able to meet. Like the coordinators who are also teachers have a particular time, which is during full time, they have a meeting with the leadership team. So we want that even though as a coordinator, they are available as far as classes are concerned, but they are not available to do a substitution or any other thing because they have a meeting to attend with the leadership.
Okay, so for the entire day they don't want to get substituted, is it?
No, not entire day. Say
only
period
the-
5 or 6. How do we block some teachers for those periods, especially the coordinator level, or if we are planning a collaborative meeting between different subject teachers?
Okay, so say for example, 5th period. Okay, so once you're done with the 1st, 4th, and 6th allocation, for 5th period alone, you can, under settings. Anyway, if you're doing it manually, you'll know, madam, which teacher you're going to, allocate. So I'll just finish allocating first. So for 1st period, if I want to allocate this teacher Pandit Ram or teacher Rowling for 1st period, I just double click on that particular box. It has become red, which means that teacher Rowling is replaced for teacher Shweta. So similarly, I'll do for this is manual allocation. So in automatic allocation, you can block the teachers for that particular period. So, but I suggest you to do it for this teacher alone. When you're doing automatic only, that problem happens. Or if it is manually, you know that which teacher is available, so you can mark those teachers alone.
But can we make that on the teacher's timetable even before it comes up for substitution? That this particular coordinator also, who's also a teacher, is already busy in this period. How do we do that in the main timetable? I'm not talking about substitute. So then automatically it will come as busy. I don't have to worry then here, right? Because we already know it's a set day and a set time which is planned and scheduled at the beginning of the year.
Then you fix a special meeting for them.
You have to call a class called meeting and put that for the teacher alone.
Just a moment, madam. You will have to create a meeting subject, but without class. Okay. So teachers meeting. I create a subject called meeting. More teachers. So I add certain teachers who are involved. So it will be without class. And you can block it on which particular period. You can use the time of for the subject. So if I want to use this time off, say it happens on Monday 5th period. So I mark Monday 5th period, I block, and I will generate it. Simple. So on Thursday, you see this period blank for the. I'll show you the teachers. So teacher Darwin, Rajan, and Sachin. Rajan, Darwin, and Sachin. So Thursday 7th period, you can see it is blocked for the 7th period. So they will not be having classes in the 7th period.
But can it come up as a meeting time for them on their timetable also, so they know that they have a meeting to be part of?
5th period. Yes, you can see. I'll show you as a
But
filter.
I think that can only be done if we make the meeting schedule before the timetable, the subject
Mm,
schedule.
because if it's
We do it parallelly.
Yeah.
if it's a fixed meeting, then it is fine, madam. Regularly you are having on certain periods, then it's fine.
Yeah.
Or
Thank you.
the yes. So this is the way of doing manual allocation. I'll just highlight, select the row and select the teacher. And if you want to do automatic generation, I just click on tools and click on generate. So I just generate all. So the software will not see whether this is an English subject. So it will not see whether the replaced teacher is a Hindi teacher or a dance teacher or an arts teacher. So here you see Pandit Krishna, he is a Hindi teacher. So he is also replaced. So they'll just do the substitution, supervision alone. They may not teach. So this is one way of doing allocation. Other ways we can assign a setting to this particular substitution, that a teacher who teaches this class will be given more preference, or the class teacher will be given more preference. That we can do here in this settings. Under settings we have options, criteria. So assigns teachers and class teacher. So I click on OK. I have moved the probability. It is a probability. So I again generate it. Okay, I'll go for another day, or I'll go for another teacher. Maybe this teacher is not having class. So teacher Roshan, I mean, based on the timetable, they would be given more preference, the teachers who are handling the class and the class teacher. Okay, and there's something called approbation. Approbation in the sense we can add a certain set of teachers into certain departments. So for English, we have set of teachers. We can put them into English department, max teachers into max department, relevant to the classes. So once a substitution is happening, you can set the approbation. And if it's an English subject, the relevant English teachers will be replaced. You can do that setting also. But that setting, we have to set it in the timetable file. So here under advanced, you have approbation. You have to enable this approbation. Under options, advanced, you have to enable it. And then in the teachers, so teachers, you need to define, click on the teacher, edit the teacher. So here you have approbation license. So change, you can put them into say computer. So I say this, I'm just giving an example. So you see approbation. So these teachers will be under computer department. So if I change for another teacher, they will be under science department. So when I'm doing the substitution and enabling the criteria for approbation, so approbation, so exhaustion, joining duty, they are not used actually. And equable substitution is each teacher will be given equable substitution. Actually, how it is. So today a teacher complains that today I am substituted. Tomorrow also I am substituted. Or Wednesday, third day also I am substituted. So equal substitution will tell you there will be no repetitions of the teachers. So it will make sure all the teachers are given equable substitution. Okay, even I'll move it to the right. So you see for 7A, 7B, there is two teachers, two classes, the same teacher is substituted. This is because of unequal substitution done. So now I'll generate it. So yes, so even I'll generate again. Okay, I'll generate for the next day. So already teachers substituted, certain teachers are substituted. I'll do it another day. Okay, I'll add one more teacher. Yes. So you see Krishna Roshan Pandit Ram, Krishna Roshan Ram Dhoni. Okay, because there are only limited teachers, there's a repetition. And you can take printout for the same. Yes. And we do have an online edition where we will create your. So we do have an online edition wherein you will be provided with a separate web page for your school. So wherein your students can just download their timetable. If at all you give access to them. If not, you can restrict it. Something like mathematics, I have just added one. So the students can just take the printout alone. They cannot do any modification because there will be only one administrator login. So you will be provided with the same with the username and login. And here itself you can upload your timetables. So you can work on the software itself online and offline as well. You can. So maybe I can suggest you like teacher A works on a timetable, and once they upload it, it will be saved, and you see two versions. I'll tell you. So it shows you now 1 and 2. So teacher A has worked on a file and saved it, and that is saved as file number 1. And the same file is being worked on on the same day by another teacher, and you will have to save it under new version. It's the same file name but new version. So it says that added Jyoti, a teacher Jyoti is added. From the first timetable file, a teacher Jyoti is added. So that is added by teacher B. So likewise, if the teacher A wants to work again on the same file, they can do so. You just click on the first file and open and work, or you can go ahead with the second file and you can start working. And once you save under the new version. So you'll have track of all the files saved online. So you worked on the first file, added some teachers, deleted some teachers, added some constraints. You can add one by one, you can just save it. So anytime you can retrieve it. Okay, because if it is offline, what happens is you will save a file and then you will share it with the other teacher, and then they will have to do some modification, again share the file. Maybe you might be confused or it will take some time. Better you can save it online, and there option for accessing your online file here. So open from timetables online. We have not created a username for your school, so that is why it would not reflect here. Oh, you have created. Okay. So once the file is saved online, from offline still you can have access. Yes. And at last I'll finish it. So whatever file you have created, you can just view it, and you can even work on the file completely online, except that the import option is only available offline. You see this? So there is no option for import alone online. Except that you can completely work online. Yes, madam.
So Naresh, both the timetable as well as the substitution version is available online, right?
Correct. Yes. So once you are doing the substitution, you should make sure you have to publish that particular timetable. So publishing is, so once you have generated the timetable and you have uploaded it. So it is available online, but you can have multiple timetables also online. But which timetable you are going to publish it? So if I want to publish it, I can click on publish and enable that particular timetable active for doing substitution. Okay.
No,
So-
because you asked us initially, you told us initially that you're downloading the app of ASU onto the desktop, right? Or whichever device to work on. And then you said only one person works at a time.
yes.
Have we lost him again?
I think so.
Correct.
Sandhya, what we understand is that you, Naresh, we can't hear you.
I'm available. Yes, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Yes,
we can
Naresh.
hear you.
Can you hear me? Yes, yes, please, madam. Sorry.
Yeah, so my question was if the app is,
Madam, please, you're asking a question.
yeah, so my question was if we are downloading the app onto our device and
Okay.
working on it.
Mhm.
So for example, Loretta is working on the secondary timetable and Kenneth is supposed to be working on the primary timetable.
Okay.
Okay, and they put in their constraints, and so there's only one single timetable that they are supposed to be working on with
Mhm.
different versions updated, correct?
Yes. So
How do they have access to each other's? Because there are teachers who work across.
okay, there'll be a single administrator login for the online.
So is this online?
Yes, this is the online edition. You can see your school name follow with edupage.org.
So it's an online version.
Correct.
Okay, so simultaneously they can work together.
Yes. If it is online, you can, as I told you, teacher A can work initially and they can save it.
Okay, thanks, Naresh.
We have to save in the same version. Okay. Because you can, as I told you, once a teacher has done some changes and they have added, again to send them mail with pen drive. So that consumes a bit of time and energy always. Okay.
And there could also be option of manually making changes as well, right?
Correct. Yes. Yes, madam.
Thanks, Naresh.
Welcome. So this is a contact detail, madam. You can note it down. Contact number and email. So for any queries, you can contact us. Naresh@boy2099.in is our email. Any last questions, sir, madam, or can we end the session?
I think we have enough.
Yeah, so I will share the sheet. I will share the Excel sheet with you with the timings and whatever information I have. So when I am working on the thing, you will be able to help me. However, I think we will have to wait till you figure out how you can work out on the timings.
Correct. So you can mail me once the session is over, and we'll figure
Yeah.
out a way on which you can, proceed with, madam. Okay.
Sure.
And
Naresh, we also require the template.
Yes,
The
ma'am.
template which you have to share.
Yes, madam. So anyone can contact me over WhatsApp and share your email. Okay.
Got it.
Yes. So I can share you the template over the email.
Sure.
Yes. And so thanks for giving us an opportunity to showcase AAC timetables, and we thank you once again, madam. And thank you all the teachers.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Have a good day, madam.
Will you be sharing the recording with us?
Yes, we will be doing it.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.